A flat startup curve can really ruin your game. Everyone's been there, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can dramatically reduce your startup time just by following 5 simple keys to startup success. You know what happens when your startup curve goes flat. Demand goes unmet, startup costs rise, your business isn't making money, and despite your best efforts to reach capacity, your startup period just grows longer by the day. The sad truth is that only 8% of people meet their goals during startup. Your people are ready, but your machines aren't, or vice versa. It might be that your training is inadequate or off target. Maybe you're just facing an endless line of changes that you can never seem to finish. The problems that plague startups are well known, but there's a simple way to beat them all. With some basic pre-game planning, we helped a beverage manufacturer beat their own aggressive 10-week startup goal by reaching capacity in only 4 weeks. And it could have been even faster, but they didn't have the materials ready for our rapid response. They just weren't expecting it to go that well. So, how do you win at your next startup? Well, we've found that these 5 keys are essential to ensure success. Let's take a closer look at each one. Number 1, the startup team. Create a startup team that represents the stakeholders. Everyone who touches the project needs a voice on your startup team. From plant engineering, operations and maintenance, to corporate engineering, quality, R&D, marketing, logistics, and even business leadership. A balanced team is the best way to prevent unwelcome surprises and setbacks. And this team is the one that will plan for success. Number 2, your player coach. Choose a quarterback who can act as a player coach. Your startup quarterback should come from within your group of stakeholders. As the leader of your startup team, he or she will need to coach everyone through the startup without doing all the work single-handedly. Your startup quarterback is responsible for calling the plays on the field, overseeing the entire startup, and ensuring end-to-end care of the project. They own it on the field. Number 3, your playbook. Build the playbook together. Don't expect your quarterback to create all the plays. No one person can think of everything. To build a solid playbook, your quarterback should gather input from everyone on the team, compile the information, and then present it back to the whole team for feedback. This provides much-needed buy-in from the entire startup team. And define what the goal line looks like by outlining quantifiable success criteria and including them in the playbook. One of the simplest, most effective ways to do this is by incorporating the SMART guideline. Since training can make or break a startup, you also want to be sure your playbook includes a very comprehensive training plan. Practicing the plays ahead of time will help prepare your team for game day. Number 4, execution. Execute the plays while keeping everyone talking. Constant communication is crucial to successful startup. It's how you build trust and develop a nimble, responsive team that can quickly adapt to change. Your quarterback should be leading a daily startup meeting to foster these winning qualities in the team, tackle unexpected challenges, and solve issues before they become serious problems. Number 5, scorekeeping. Keep score and celebrate every win. What's the best way to boost team morale? Score more points. It's important to track your progress, celebrate milestones, and reward your people for a job well done. You'll want to include highly visible startup scorecards on the production floor to help track your progress. Now that we've reviewed the 5 keys to startup success, let's take a look at another example case. In this project, quantifiable success criteria were set in place from the beginning in the form of baseline, stretch, and wow goals. The rock-solid startup game plan meant that the team was able to meet all of the baseline goals and even the stretch goals, and even several of their extreme wow goals. The results were outstanding, with operational qualification met 40% sooner than planned, and final project objectives met 25% sooner. Imagine how pleased the business was to be making money from this investment that much sooner. At E2M Polytron, our 25 years of experience pays off when it comes to effective startups. We've seen just about everything before, and we know exactly how to help you win at your startup game. So the next time you're planning your startup, just follow this simple 5-step game plan and start winning at the startup game. Want to learn more or register for our Startup Managers Workshop? Just give us a call or email us today. Thanks.